I never knew what social drinking was. I never thought you could have fun by drinking 1 or 2 drinks. Drinking was about efficiency. So I'd rather get that drunk by drinking 10 to 12 shots.
For Daniel Flynn, drinking was also about proving himself.
Drinking to me, in my high school years and incorporating it into my college years were more of like, a macho thing for me.
Some of Daniel's insecurities began when he was held back after first grade.
That was such a key point to me, was to make sure that I can prove through my grades that, that I shouldn't have been held back.
Daniel had his first drink at a friend's house when he was 15. By the time he went to college, things were spiraling out of control.
I just thought, this is the college experience. That's pretty much one of the top things students do is party.
He was raised Catholic, and his father had a born-again experience when Daniel was in high school. But God was still a vague concept for Daniel.
When I was, going to Catholic church, I knew that there may have been something there, but I just wasn't too sure at that time.
He started working while in college, but one Christmas, Daniel's drinking nearly sabotaged his professional career before it even started.
I worked part-time in a local bank in Morgantown here. Went to the Christmas party, consumed too much alcohol, and made a lot of bad mistakes. State police showed up. I was arrested.
The next morning, Daniel's dad came to bail him out.
Only thing he did is he turned over, looked at me, and said, "I love you." And that was such a powerful impact. There was no judgment. There was no look of failure, of disgust. It was a truly compassionate moment between a father and son.
Daniel received probation, but eventually began drinking again.
I'm not going to be able to get an internship because I have this record now. I didn't have plan B. So after the arrest, I was on unsupervised probation. I have, 3 years to really sit and wait. So what am I going to do? So I just began to focus more on drinking.
During this time, Daniel's coworker, Carla, who was a Christian, could sense his struggle.
She pretty much just told me, God's laid on my heart that, that you have a problem with alcohol, and that if you ever want to talk about it, I'm here for you. So it's kind of like blowing me away. I'm like, okay, I've never experienced that.
One day, Daniel was sent to the ER with alcohol poisoning.
I sat in the same chair for over 9 hours. Didn't move, but I just felt like there's a purpose. God keeping me in that chair for 9 hours. Then the doctor came in, and I expressed to him that I'm, a severe alcoholic, and then he asked if I would like some help, and I told him, yep. They sent me to a detox center there.
After just 3 days in detox, Daniel never drank again.
I was released, and never had a desire to ever touch alcohol again.
When Daniel found out a favorite uncle was dying of cancer, it caused him to reflect on his life.
He was living with my grandmother at the time. He was doing well, but knew that he had a terminal illness and that it was going to be a matter of time. So I drive across town, go to Hobby Lobby. As soon as I go to the card section, I was almost in tears when I read this card because it was a prayer. So I mail it out, and a couple days later, I get a call from my mom. And she's calling me crying, saying that your uncle had just passed away. And my dad sends me a text message a little bit later and saying, hey, son, this isn't by chance. By you sending that card to Grandma was such a blessing to Grandma's soul and such a blessing to mine. And at that point, that was like my salvation moment. It's like I've pushed God away enough. And that's where he revealed himself to me. That's where I got on my knees and I asked God, I was like, Father, I need you. I want to know more about you, and I'll do whatever it takes at this point to begin to build that relationship with you.
Looking back, Daniel realizes that it was God who delivered him from alcohol.
He just gave it to me, and I was like, why? Why did you choose to heal me? I have a friend who's a doctor, and she's told me that she's never experienced someone as severe as an alcoholic as I was being able just to quit. And I was like, well, it wasn't me, it was God.
Daniel credits his salvation to people like his father and Carla.
If it weren't for the fervent prayers of my father, the fervent prayers of my coworkers, the fervent prayers of Carla, I would not be here today, I would be dead.
Today, Daniel is free from alcohol and is serving God faithfully.
Jesus provided a purpose in my life. I'm here for a reason. Like, I need to show everyone and give my experiences and give my deliverance and say, this isn't me, guys. Like, this was God. I seek him every day in prayer. Like, Father, what is your will today? His purpose is greater than anything I can accomplish in this life. As long as I have my focus on him, then I'm content wherever he has me here.